Hello from Boulder. I'm Keith Molinar, Interim Dean of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, and I'm pleased to welcome you for our December 2020 engineering graduation. It's thrilling to think about the hundreds of us joining together virtually from all corners of the globe to share in this momentous occasion. This has been a challenging year for our community, our nation, and our world. There were moments where it may have felt difficult sometimes to find something to celebrate. Well, today, here it is. All of you and your many accomplishments absolutely are worth celebrating. I hope that you can take a moment today to pause, exhale, and feel deep satisfaction in all that you've achieved. Today, we're sending out nearly 400 graduates into the world. You're equipped with the education and experience necessary to innovate for a changing world, to positively impact humanity and become tomorrow's leaders. To our graduates, let me offer my warmest congratulations on your enormous achievements. I believe that you are the best prepared class that I've worked with in the last 20 years. What you've experienced will help you throughout your career. And again, congratulations. Today marks a celebration for all of your hard work and the start of a bright new chapter in your lives. To family and friends, I offer my thanks for your support in getting these students here. Your guidance and care contribute mightily to each student's success and make this truly a shared accomplishment. And to our faculty and staff members joining us, I'm glad that you're here to celebrate with the students. I also want to thank you for the ways you've influenced these students in their college careers and their futures. You are key to ensuring we've achieved a central purpose of educating the next engineering generation. So it's now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Engineering Plus Director, Dr. Mindy Zarsky. Dr. Zarsky serves as Senior Instructor and Associate Director of the Engineering Plus program. She's selected this year as the recipient of the John and Mercedes Peeble Innovation Education Award. The award recognizes a faculty member in the college who's shown a unique commitment to students, as demonstrated through innovation in teaching. Dr. Zarsky earned her PhD from right here in Boulder in environmental engineering and brings nearly 20 years of teaching experience in this role. She teaches engineering projects and circuits, as well as courses in our CU Teach Engineering program. She also conducts research focused on the effects of intra-team segregation on engineering teams and the impact of project-based and service learning on student body and perseverance. Dr. Zarsky is a vital team member of our college community and brings passion, creativity, and wisdom to every endeavor. Thank you, Mindy.
Hello, everyone. I'm grateful to be here to celebrate with you, our College of Engineering graduates, as you finish the final steps of your undergraduate careers and set out to make a difference in the world. I am here as one of your faculty who's so proud of your hard work, resilience, and dedication to engineering. Let's be honest, this has been a challenging year. It seems like our whole world is shifting every week, making it hard to get into a normal pace of life. We've been challenged in hybrid learning environments, to form supportive relationships with peers and faculty over Zoom, to pay attention and focus, and to stay motivated to do work when you're at home all day. So how did you do it? What factors helped shape your success? What inspires us today might look a little bit different from what has inspired us in the past. Listening to my students in classes this fall, what inspires us right now ranges from looking to the future and reminding ourselves of our goals to people showing kindness and compassion to one another. Isolation is driving home our need for connection. We lean into small acts of bravery and watch for people who are trying their best to make a positive impact in the world around them. We nestle in with our family and friends and celebrate in their successes. We keep going. We look for opportunities for meaningful engagement with our communities. Community. That's what I want to talk about today. I asked my students to define a community for me recently, and what struck me was how many of you use the same words: helping, standing behind each other, acceptance, togetherness, selflessness, wanting one another to succeed. Community is not just the people who you live near or with who you share your life. It's being able to know that through hardship, tough times, and happiness, we can always find a group to come together and support one another. As one of your peers put it, it's just the sense that we are all in this life game together, even if I've never met you. Even if I have never met you, that really struck me as I started to prepare this talk and think about how a community can reach outside of a tangible group that you choose to spend time with. This idea is an integral part of my research and my courses, which focus on service-based learning. Simply put, service learning and service-based projects are about creating things for the benefit of others and making sure everyone's basic human needs are being upheld. You've seen some of these in your projects, classes, or design expos, where a team created a training device for local firefighters, or an adaptive bike for physical therapy patients, or maybe an innovative technology to help local farmers. Service learning comes from the belief that we have a deep connection with other people and a responsibility to support each other, to improve the quality of life of our communities and beyond, to elevate humanity. While that belief can be tested and sometimes even feels broken when we hear about people being ignored or abused, in my experience, the moments in which we can work in the service of someone else and make connections with others are the moments in which we are at our best. Recognizing our common humanity is just a muse for our best innovations, for inspiring us to keep going, or even just to ground us when life gets to be too much. So getting back to community. In our early years, we start in a community that is beyond our control. Maybe you started out in a community like mine. I grew up military, with everyone in the neighborhood knowing your name, and that basically meant that anytime you did anything a little suspicious, your parents heard about it. That was a community that watched out for its littlest members and made sure they were safe and well behaved as much as possible. People in the community were connected, and our common thread was both geographic and taking care of one another. Take a moment and reflect. What was your initial community? In middle school and high school, your community expanded as you started to make decisions about who you wanted to spend your time with. There were probably some awkward moments, maybe some moments it felt like you were looking through a window at your own life. The moment you had no idea to the answer of a question on a quiz and you felt doubt in your ability to achieve, and then you look around and there's someone else staring horrified at the front of the room, and you breathe again because you realize you're not the only one, thank goodness. By the time you finished high school, you had pretty much figured out your self-selected community, your place, your academics at the pre-college level, and then you had to start over again in college. And you looked in all sorts of different places, like study groups, or your first year projects teams, or maybe you all grabbed dinner together. You were on lots of teams, some where you found your kindred spirits, and some where you just felt you needed to survive and get your work done. You were looking through that window again to figure out where you fit. Where was your perfect community who could elevate and support each other? Well, imposter theory, that's a real thing. Engaging in ways that feel outside your comfort zone to decide how you fit in, that's real. But the good news about communities is that you don't have to have just one. You can have a professional community, communities around recreation, and personal communities with people who just think and problem solve like you do. And these are communities that you contribute to making better, but they can also lift you up. And they're there for you at different times in different ways. They're there when you need them, but they don't have to be there every day. Communities can be like that old friend you haven't talked to in a while, but when you get together, it seems like no time has passed. But it's also about those people you've never met. So think about the Pay It Forward movement. Remember that? Someone buys a cup of coffee for the next person in line at the drive-thru, and then that person is supposed to do one of their own. And it's become an international Pay It Forward day, and companies have it part of their corporate culture. The idea is another example of creating community through a simple human connection. Creating a chain of small moments with people around you, even those you don't know. You're cultivating a moment of connection in the spirit of community. So anyone who's taken one of my classes knows that I like to tell stories, sometimes even rambling stories that need to be cut short so we can get back to work. So here's my story for today. I remember one time during my undergraduate semester abroad aboard a double-masted schooner that I was having a bad day. Under sail, the captain did not allow us to wear earbuds, and that was for our own safety, in case we didn't hear when the boat was turning and the booms or the sails were flying across the deck. So every time we stopped in port, you would find a group of students sitting on the dock, all with their earbuds in listening to music. So one day I was having a really rough day, probably missing home, and I was sitting on the dock listening to music, and another student came down and sat next to me, also with his earbuds in, and just sat there so I wouldn't be alone. Now, he was part of my community because he was a student on that boat and we were all living in the same cramped space together. But at that moment, he was just sitting there for support to help me feel less lonely. He was exemplifying building community around being there for one another, even if you don't know each other that well. Know this, leaning on your community in times of sadness or loneliness or uncertainty or struggle is not a weakness, like the semester we're in right now. It's an opportunity for you to pay it forward in the future and be there for someone else's time of need. If you think back to the last year even, how many times have you noticed those small moments that made you smile? Something unexpected that inspired you to reach out to a person that you haven't talked to in a while. Your need for connection. Communities help each other to stretch ourselves and innovate in service of the bigger group. Yes, sometimes innovation comes from necessity to solve a world problem, or it comes from a messy situation that you have to get out of. But innovation also comes from serving your communities and small moments of inspiration that lead us to creativity. To want to make a difference for someone, maybe someone you've never met before in another country or even the building next door. To let them know that they're not alone, to help them in their struggle, however small, that you see them through that window and that we are all in this together. As you move forward after graduation, I have one more thought to share about creating your professional community. All of you here today have had a different path through your engineering undergraduate degree. You have taken different courses, focused on different projects, you've had different successes and challenges. I often tell the incoming first years that they should try and find a faculty member that they can talk to and not just about that faculty's class. So I encourage you to do the same with every job you get. Find a mentor that you can talk to not just about the job. This will help you form your professional community. Find that network that can help you succeed and know that you'll be able to give back to them and do some mentoring as well. Get yourself one small token from your time at the College of Engineering, maybe a framed picture of you and your team winning the People's Choice Award. And continue this for each of your adventures along your way. Then you can pull those down and remember all of your many communities, big and small, and why they inspired you and helped you to shine. Really, what's important is that you remember that we are all in this life game together. Your faculty and peers are rooting for you. Even if we have never met in person, know that you're not alone after graduation. You can always reach out. You have made an impact on us. You are our CU community. Continue to look for moments that inspire you, places where you can connect and serve others. Stay kind, stay brave, stay curious, and know that we are so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mindy, for that wonderful speech. I am Charles Musgrave, Professor of Chemical and Biological Engineering and the Associate Chair for Graduate Education. It is my great pleasure to share with you some insight into what our PhD students have gone through to earn a PhD. After graduating from college, they decided that a bachelor's degree was not enough. They have spent typically an additional 4 to 5 years beyond their bachelor's degrees to earn a PhD. While they have completed some additional coursework during this time, their primary focus has been on performing research to create new knowledge and technologies to benefit society. Each PhD candidate has successfully conducted independent, novel research to advance their particular field. They have presented and published the results to their research communities and have documented their research by writing a dissertation that is frequently the length of a long novel. Think Tolstoy, War and Peace. Their dissertations are read by future generations of PhD students and also educate undergraduate students because most of the principles and concepts in the textbooks that we use were first discovered during somebody's PhD research. The impact of our PhD students and their studies is even broader, as their research in engineering focuses on helping society to solve some of the most important and technologically challenging problems. For example, they are discovering how to make solar cells more efficient by developing novel materials, or determining how to best integrate wind and solar energy sources into the electric power grid, or on autonomous systems that could drive future robotaxi networks, or on developing new satellites that could bring the internet to more of the world's population, or on better propulsion systems that could accelerate interplanetary travel. Other PhD students are working on creating novel biomaterials to personalize medicine and healthcare, or on new materials to discover and manufacture new vaccines. They are developing technologies so diverse that they can engineer nanoparticles to be used in human bodies, or on developing systems to sustain colonies on Mars. Their work is truly inspiring in how it is changing our world and contributing to a better quality of life for society. Although we can't gather together in person today, and you can't see our amazing PhD students in their beautiful academic regalia, as new doctors of philosophy, they can now wear a hood over their gowns like this one that I'm wearing. It symbolizes that the wearer has been awarded their doctorate. The hood originated nearly 800 years ago and was originally an article of clothing to cover the head and shoulders and as a bag for collecting alms. Of course, the form and function of the hood have changed dramatically over the years. For example, current PhDs no longer need to ask for alms and has now become entirely decorative, honorific, and symbolic. For instance, the wide velvet trim represents the PhD degree. Orange represents engineering, and the other colors, the institution awarding the degree. Our doctoral students would normally don a hood with the colors of the University of Colorado, silver and gold. Congratulations to all our PhD students. Earning a PhD is truly an honor, and the benefits go far beyond your right to wear your new, very fashionable hood. I'd now like to tell you about our Outstanding Dissertation Award, awarded annually to one student whose dissertation is of extremely high quality and contributes significantly to the understanding of their research area. This year's winner is Shankar Lalitha Sridhar, who earned his PhD in mechanical engineering in August. Shankar earned his bachelor's and master's degree from the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, in civil engineering, and then a master's degree in mechanical engineering from Texas A&M University, before coming to CU for his PhD studies. To earn his PhD, Shankar worked under the guidance of Professor Frank Vernery in his soft matter mechanics lab. He also served as president of the Perspectives of Soft Matter Student Club, which brings together students and faculty to share their passion and expertise in soft materials and to collaborate on their shared research ideas. In his nomination, Shankar was described as a meticulous and highly motivated researcher. He earned the Outstanding Dissertation Award for his doctoral dissertation entitled Mechanics of Transient Networks, an Interplay of Dynamics and Microstructure. This research is instrumental in understanding many soft material systems, including those that play important functions in life, such as those in our body. Dr. Sridhar now works as a postdoctoral researcher in the lab of Dr. Lauren Huff in the Department of Physics here at CU. Congratulations, Shankar.
Hello, my name is Rhonda Hanigman. I'm a senior instructor in the Department of Computer Science and the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education for the College of Engineering. It is my pleasure to recognize several students who have been named Outstanding Undergraduates for the college this academic year. First, our Outstanding Undergraduate for International Engagement is Rachel Mamich from Littleton, Colorado, who is earning a joint bachelor's and master's degree in aerospace engineering with a minor in computer science. This award recognizes a student who demonstrates outstanding engagement in the international arena. During her time at CU, Rachel has served as an intern and graduate assistant in LASP, the Laboratory for Atmospheric and Space Physics. There, she has been a valuable contributor to the United Arab Emirates Mars mission since the summer of her freshman year. Described as a diligent and dedicated contributor, Rachel has been involved with various parts of the mission, including camping on the roof of the LASP building to assist in live sky testing and handling the subsystems during real-time operations in the middle of the night. As part of a large international team, Rachel has frequently and confidently interacted with counterparts in the UAE and beyond in ways that are accomplishing the space mission and building bridges between our cultures. Rachel plans to attend UT Austin to pursue a PhD fellowship in aerospace engineering, specifically focused on optical navigation. Congratulations, Rachel. The Outstanding Undergraduate for Service Award recognizes a student who has performed meritorious service at CU Boulder or within the wider Boulder community. This year's recipient is Meredith Key from Arlington Heights, Illinois. Meredith is graduating with a bachelor's degree in civil engineering. Meredith was nominated based on the breadth of her service work as a student, which includes volunteering for Boulder Food Rescue, delivering food to food insecure community members. An environmentalist, Meredith also assisted EcoCycle and served as president of the CU Environmental Board, overseeing a team of students in charge of a $6 million budget. They also served as a member of the Student Advisory Board for the Department of Civil, Environmental, and Architectural Engineering, and served as a class note taker for fellow students who requested extra help through disability services. Meredith has been heavily involved with Out Boulder County since May 2018, volunteering at events, attending trainings, and supporting non-binary and transgender voices in the local community. When Meredith isn't volunteering, you can find them biking around town or trying a new recipe at home. Meredith plans to become a water resources engineer in the Denver area. Congratulations, Meredith. The Outstanding Undergraduate for Academic Achievement commends the student who maintains the highest grade point average during their undergraduate career. This year, the award is shared by 4 students. Kylan Craven is graduating from CU Boulder's post-baccalaureate degree in Applied Computer Science, an online program designed for working professionals. Kylan already holds a bachelor's degree in History and English with a minor in Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences at CU Boulder. She owns and operates an e-commerce business and pursued the computer science degree in order to work on software tools to help herself and fellow business members. She is a mom to 2 young children. Congratulations, Kylan. Our second outstanding graduate for academic achievement, Thomas Dolan, is also earning his degree in applied computer science. Thomas moved to Boulder in 2012 for the amazing rock climbing and then met his wife, Amanda. They live in Boulder with their daughter, Madeline, and another child on the way. Thomas previously earned a bachelor's degree in economics from Indiana University in Bloomington. He served in the U.S. Air Force from 2015 to 2019 and worked in satellite and ground radio systems. After training, he spent 3 years with the 5th Combat Communications Group in Georgia. While deployed in 2018 and 2019, he learned to code as a way of passing the time during 12-hour shifts. He ended up loving coding and decided to pursue his degree and a career in software engineering. Thomas is currently applying to software engineering positions and hopes to eventually find his way back to government work. Congratulations, Thomas. Also earning the Outstanding Undergraduate for Academic Achievement recognition is Michael Dresser. Michael grew up in Palo Alto, California, and is earning a joint bachelor's and master's degree in computer science. He says he both loves and hates computers. While a student, he was a member and an officer of the CU Boulder Cybersecurity Club and studied abroad in London. He completed internships with Overwatch ID, Logarithm, Twilio, and Google, and also served as a graduate student assistant in the computer science department. After graduation, Michael will be joining a promising startup as a software engineer. Congratulations, Michael. The fourth recipient of this year's Outstanding Undergraduate for Academic Achievement is Annie Lydens. Annie is also a student in the Applied Computer Science program and a senior developer for Thoughtbot in Austin, Texas. She also holds a bachelor's degree from Pomona College in philosophy, politics, and economics. Congratulations, Annie. This year's Outstanding Undergraduate of the college is Michelle Galletti. She's graduating with a degree in Creative Technology and Design through the Atlas Institute. The Outstanding Graduate of the college is selected based on their overall excellence in academics, service, and research. And Michelle has all of these in spades. Michelle is from Colorado Springs, but graduated high school in Seattle. A student with deep intellectual curiosity and a strong ability to persevere, Michelle is known by her professors for producing exceptional work inside and outside of the classroom. During her undergraduate career, Michelle also experienced sudden total hearing loss. While navigating her new reality, Michelle used the experience to inform her classwork and her projects. She developed a voice transcription app for deaf and hard of hearing individuals and embarked on a research project to create an interactive jacket that provides haptic feedback as an alternative sensory experience of music. A diligent student, Michelle is a member of the National Society for Collegiate Scholars. As an engineering fellow, she performs mentoring and service activities to support fellow students and has also served as a learning assistant for 2 Atlas courses. She also completed an internship with the Southwest Research Institute's space operations in Boulder. After graduation, Michelle will move into a full-time position as a student scientist in mission operations and a senior web developer for the Southwest Research Institute. Congratulations, Michelle. Michelle will now share a few remarks with the graduating class.
Hi, I am so humbled to be here and to be receiving this recognition. It has been an amazing 4.5 years at CU, and many moments along the way I wouldn't have thought I would get here. I'm really humbled to be here with this amazing group of students that we have. I've admired and learned from so many of you, and also, of course, learned from so many of my professors. For those of you who don't know me well, my journey through CU has taken a few unusual twists and turns. In the fall of my junior year, I lost my hearing. I went completely deaf, all of a sudden. It was on a Thursday where I had to go teach a class I was TAing for. I didn't know what to do. So I decided I'd just try. That was when I first realized just how amazing our CU Boulder community is. I went in, typed up a note on my phone to show the professor that I was teaching for, and he offered to help right away. I realized I actually wasn't that bad at reading lips because my whole life I've had some level of hearing loss. And I just jumped in and I tried. There were students that were helping me, speaking slowly, and writing things down for me. There were the professors offering to videotape their lectures so that I could read their lips more clearly. There were projects where my professor agreed to include closed captioning as a requirement for everyone to do, not only to benefit me, but to teach us all the importance of accessibility. It was through many of those experiences that I realized how important surrounding yourself with positivity in your community, in your friends, and in your own thinking, and to really realize that anything is possible. I am so grateful for the support I received from my professors, from my friends, from my family, from my second family down in Colorado Springs, from my grandfather, and from so many people that helped me through that. Oddly enough, 6 months later, my hearing came back. As it came back, one of the things that I realized was that, of course, I am excited, my hearing came back. But in some ways, I was a little disappointed because the world I had gotten exposed to has taught me about a whole new world out there. And it made me realize that I want to be able to access the extremes. I enjoy the extreme of actually not being able to hear. I realized that it allowed me to get in touch with vibration and get in touch with sights and get in touch with people in a whole new way. I also realized that those sorts of experiences were things I could tap into, whether it was hiking through the Flatirons or whether it was through doing amazing projects in school. And my opportunity to access extremes has taught me that regardless of the circumstances that you are in, regardless of how crazy this world is, like with COVID, like with the restrictions, with all the scariness of it, there are really exciting extremes that we can all access. They bring a richness to life that is just pretty awesome. As I think about where we are all going next to so many different places, and there are so many unknowns, what I wish for all of you is that you can surround yourself with positivity in yourself and in others, and that you get the opportunity to access extremes, whether that be through going to grad school, going to doctorate school, or the industry or travel. Make each moment count and access those extremes. I know I am looking forward to that. All the best to everyone graduating, and Sco Buffs!
Thank you, Michelle, for those remarks. Now it's my pleasure to share with you the names of our College of Engineering and Applied Science December 2020 degree candidates.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Smead Department of Aerospace Engineering Sciences, I bring greetings to all graduates and your families and your friends for this winter 2020 recognition ceremony. I am Department Chair Brian Argrove. No doubt you've heard the phrase that goes something like, make practice harder than the game. My interpretation is that if you work hard on those things that you can control, while you are in control, you will be prepared to perform at your best come game time and faced with situations that you can't control. Graduates, in every sense of the word, 2020 has been absolutely crazy. Okay, that's 2 words, and I'm sure that you have your own choice words for 2020. The fact that we are celebrating your achievement is proof that you have persevered during what is likely the most challenging time of your life, and certainly during your academic career. If you have the mindset that 2020 has been practice for your life and career going forward, then you're ready for the game. Congratulations.
Greetings, I am Professor Keith Julian, the Chair of the Department of Applied Mathematics. On behalf of the department's faculty and staff, congratulations to you all, our new alumni and recipients of our Bachelor of Science degree, Joint Degree of Bachelor and Masters of Sciences, Master of Science degree, and PhDs. In these trying times, we sincerely acknowledge your dedication, resolve, and capacity to adjust. Wishing you all the best as you march forward. Congratulations, graduating class of 2020.
It is with great joy that we celebrate our winter graduates in creative technology and design. Through research, experimentation, critical thinking, and creative production, you've learned to turn ingenious ideas into reality. You've gained both technical expertise and built creative confidence. And perhaps most importantly, you've learned to forge your own path. May you use this experience to take on big problems and create meaningful change in the world. From all of us in Atlas, congratulations.
Hello everyone, I'm Will Midland. I'm the Chair of Chemical and Biological Engineering. I just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate our fall 2020 graduates from our department and to tell everyone how proud we are of you for persisting through these very difficult circumstances. And we know you're on your way to doing great things and look forward to being connected with you into the future. Congratulations.
Professor Rajagopalan Balaji, Chair of the Department of Civil, Environmental, and Architectural Engineering. It is my privilege and great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of you to this truly memorable, in more ways than one, graduation ceremony. Our heartfelt thanks to proud parents, to families and friends of our graduates, and to dedicated faculty, staff, and to our alumni. You may not be in person with us, but you are in our minds and hearts. Class of 2020, you have long waited for this day, and you deserve to hold a keen sense of pride. For you have made it to the graduating batch of 2020. Congratulations. Graduation marks a joyful end of a journey filled with challenges, sacrifices, perseverance, and exhilaration. As I always say, like our profession, it is delayed gratification at its very best. We are very happy and proud to have been a small part of your journey. Most importantly, we thank you for the opportunity you gave us in shaping your minds to match our majestic mountains. You are embarking on an equally exciting journey to confront the challenges from a generational event. The world needs you to reimagine, reinvent, and rebalance our physical world in harmony with nature and spirit. We know you are ready for this calling, and we also know that you will make us all very proud. For this, my advice to you is keep learning, be curious, be intellectually restless, be flexible, and be resilient. One of history's creative genius and curious minds, Leonardo da Vinci, said it best: learning never exhausts the mind. As you explore and change the world for the better, keep your time spent here in your treasured memory. Keep in touch with each other and your professors. And always remember that this community and this campus is a place that you can call home. Congratulations to the graduates of 2020. Go Buffs.
name is Ken Anderson, and I am the chair of the Department of Computer Science at the University of Colorado Boulder. It is my pleasure to congratulate our December 2020 graduates of our degree programs, which includes 3 bachelor's degrees, 3 master's degrees, and 2 PhD degrees across computer science and technology, cybersecurity, and policy. I am humbled by your achievements in the classroom, the lab, and out in the world via your work on your classes, the research you engaged in, or your outreach to our local, national, and global communities. Your accomplishments are all the more impressive given the challenges you have faced over the last 2 semesters under the bane of a global pandemic and significant political turmoil. The fact that you persevered, demonstrated resilience, and overcame these challenges to graduate this semester is an outstanding achievement and gives me hope for our future as you move on to the next stage of your lives, building on your success here at CU. Be sure to take the time to thank those who helped you in your success, your teachers, your academic advisors, a staff member who may have helped you, your friends, and your family. As our department celebrates its 50th anniversary, find ways to stay connected to us as alumni. We will continue to build our programs to new levels of excellence and success. We want you to be proud that you'd graduated from our department, and we would love it if you return to us in the future to engage with our future students, faculty, and staff. Once again, congratulations. I wish you great success in your future endeavors.
I'm Chris Myers, the Chair of Electrical, Computer, and Energy Engineering at the University of Colorado Boulder. On behalf of the department, I'd like to extend my congratulations to you on completing your degree requirements and graduating this semester. While one should always be proud of a degree from our department, You should be exceptionally proud of the fact that you persevered through many challenges this year. While we wish we could congratulate you in person, we hope that you'll accept our invitation to return back to the department and visit us soon as alumni. We wish you every success in whatever endeavors that you're undertaking next. Once again, congratulations, class of 2020.
Christy Bozick, and I'm the director of the Engineering Management Program. On behalf of our faculty and staff, I want to wish each of our graduates congratulations. I wish we could be with you to celebrate this milestone in person, but I hope that you're celebrating with friends and family. And again, congratulations and best wishes in the future.
I'm Professor Heather Lewandowski. From everybody in the physics department, I'd like to congratulate all the graduates this semester. In particular, the engineering physics graduates. Austin, Jack, Zach, and June, you've done an amazing job. I've been continually impressed with your work over the last few years, and particularly this semester. Remember, you always have a home in the physics department at CU. I look forward to hearing about your career as it progresses over the next years. Congratulations again.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Engineering Plus program, I offer our heartfelt congratulations to our December graduates, Blair and Brooke. We recognize your success in reaching your goal and perseverance through these particularly challenging conditions due to the COVID situation. We hope that you will take what you have learned forward to personally rewarding careers that also help people and the environment. Know that we remain committed to helping you in whatever ways we can, and reach out for recommendation letters or advice. You will always be part of our E+ family. Congratulations.
Hello, environmental engineering students. I wanted to record this video to congratulate you on the accomplishment of graduating this winter. You've all worked very hard and you've made it all the way to the end. We wish you the best as you move into your professional careers. And remember, we're always part of the environmental engineering community. Keep in touch with us and let us know if there's anything else we can do to help you in your careers. Enjoy.
From all of the faculty and staff in the material science program, a big shout out and congratulations to our graduates this winter. This has been a particularly difficult time, so you earn our particular extra respect in managing to finish during these challenging times. Nick, Elizabeth, Viviana, and Jonathan, we were looking forward to a private ceremony this year where we would celebrate with you your success, and are particularly disappointed that we don't get to do that. Despite that, we're still super excited that you've succeeded and look forward to following your continued success.
Congratulations, mechanical engineers! We're thrilled to have you graduate. Any year it's a huge accomplishment. This year it's an extra huge accomplishment. Way to go.
And you made it through System Dynamics. Congratulations, everybody. Come back and visit us too.
Can't wait to see you again.
Before we conclude our ceremony, I'd like to offer just a few closing thoughts. Today, we celebrate with more than 400 engineers and scientists. Although we're not here together in person, we mark this day with a shared spirit and common purpose that unites us as engineering buffs. If this year has taught us anything, it's that Boulder is more than a campus, more than the classrooms, more than the labs, more than even the glorious Flatirons. It's the people, our students, faculty, staff, and alumni, who give the college its strength, its purpose, and its character. The things you've learned and the experiences you've had were never meant to be contained within these walls anyways. When the future feels uncertain, have confidence in your abilities to learn, to grow, to care for others, to persevere, and to affect change. With courage and optimism, you will create a future for all of us. In fact, it's our duty as engineers and scientists to work with honesty and integrity for the public good. I know you will make us all proud. I hope that you stay connected. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or whatever's next on social media. When the opportunity permits, I hope that you'll come back to campus and give a talk or mentor a student. You remain always welcome here with us at CU Boulder. Thank you to everyone who's made today's events possible. Congratulations, stay healthy, and go Buffs.
Congratulations to the class of 2020 December graduates. My name is Kevin Lobdell and I'm the Senior Director of Alumni Engagement for the College of Engineering and Applied Science. I would like to be one of the first to welcome you to the CU Engineering Forever Buffs Network, which has over 40,000 alumni who are located throughout the world. The college's alumni office is here to support you as you begin your career. We provide opportunities for alumni to connect and network with one another. We're here to keep you informed about what's happening with the college and also provide opportunities for you to help and support the next generation of CU engineering students. Once again, I'd like to congratulate you on this major accomplishment, and we hope that you'll remain connected with us.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates. It's only up from here.
Hi, even graduates. I just wanted to wish you the best of luck, health, and happiness in all that you do. It's been a great pleasure working with you throughout your whole time here. So best of luck and take care. We'll miss you.
Hi everyone, my name is Marisa Reynolds. I'm the academic advisor for the Creative Technology and Design program here at CU, formerly known as TAM. I'm here today to say congratulations to all of my students who are graduating this fall. I'm so happy for each and every one of you. And I wanted to share a quote with you today before you leave here and embark on your next journey. I want to quote Ralph Waldo Emerson and say, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Congratulations on all that you've accomplished so far. I hope that all of you can continue to remain true to who you are and your unique talents that you have to offer this world. And I just want to also say that I'm going to miss all of you so very much. Congrats.
Hi, Sharon Anderson and Tulip the Therapy Golden here. We just wanted to congratulate you and wish you all the best of luck. Sko Buffs!